"Run," he shouted to Natalie as he slung the door open. Natalie followed, but her foot caught the seat belt, and she fell halfway out of the door, looking up at Jake just as the car blew up. The explosion shattered the windows and turned the car into an oven of fire and glass. Hello, and welcome to Fearfull Wickedness. I am your host, the storyteller. We hope you enjoy tonight's tale. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Every 4th of July, the town of Van Lear, Alabama, put on a brave face for the fireworks and barbecues, while locking their doors before nightfall. Because for the past 6 years, he's always come. They call him the Firecracker Fiend, though the name hardly did justice to the horrors he inflicted. Every year, without fail, people die, always on the 4th, always grotesquely murdered with handheld or improvised fireworks, twisted into deadly, fiery weapons. The cops have no suspects, no leads. The local paper stopped reporting on the crimes, thinking he might stop without any publicity. Some people moved away, but those who remain remember. And every year, they watch the calendar with growing dread. This year, the town issued a mandatory curfew and decided to cancel the fireworks celebration. During the day, they had an arts and crafts festival along with music and games for the kids. But when 6 p.m. came, the town rolled up the sidewalks and barricaded themselves indoors. Of course, there are always some that want to rebel. The ones who think, he'll never catch me, or I could outsmart a guy that's using fireworks to kill people. This year was no different. The first kill happened at 9:13 p.m. Victim 1. Thaden, 17. A high school jock, loud and cocky. He and 2 friends had snuck off to shoot illegal fireworks near the school parking lot, away from prying eyes. One of the friends knew a guy that would buy them beer on the weekends. He brought a 6-pack and shouted, "I'm first." The boys shot 7 or 8, laughing, drinking, and cursing at the sky, yelling into the darkness, "Some homicidal maniac's not gonna ruin our fun." Then Thaden grabbed a cannon and mortar shell-style firework, while his friends cracked open another beer. "Here's our finale, boys," he yelled as he lit the fuse. As his friends turned to look, one of them noticed it wasn't one of theirs. As he started to scream "run," the firework blew apart. It had been modified, cut open, rigged with accelerant, nails, and glass shards. It exploded backward, blowing through Thaden's face with a thunderous pop. Blood painted the asphalt. His friends ran screaming, one slipping on what was left of Tyler's jaw. In the distance, a dark figure turned and walked off. Victims 2 and 3, Natalie and Jake, both 19, were parked near the Van Lear Lake, making out in the back seat of a beat-up sedan. The lake was quiet, the water reflecting distant fireworks from neighboring towns. Then, something moved outside the window. Jake saw a figure of a man opening the gas cap of the car and shoving what looked like a 2-foot sparkler down into the gas tank and lighting the end. "Run," he shouted to Natalie as he slung the door open. Natalie followed, but her foot caught the seat belt, and she fell halfway out of the door, looking up at Jake just as the car blew up. The explosion shattered the windows and turned the car into an oven of fire and glass. Thrown down by the explosion, Jake sat up, the figure of the killer standing in front of him. He watched as the man struck his cigarette lighter and lit 3 fuses braided together. As Jake looked down, tracing the burning fuses with his eyes, he saw 3 2-inch cylinders that looked like Roman candles on steroids. As the killer walked away, the candles shot colored orbs of fire at Jake, enough to make sure he could only be identified by his dental records. The town was in full panic by midnight. Sirens wailed through the empty streets like ghostly echoes of a celebration gone wrong. Police set up checkpoints. Drones patrolled from above, but they saw nothing. Victim 4, Becca, 23, amateur vlogger and proud Van Leer local, had decided to make short firework-themed videos at the abandoned Van Leer Carnival. She filmed herself as she walked, assuring her viewers she was safe and would only be out for about half an hour. Becca set up her phone with the camera on, near the rusted Ferris wheel, its seats creaking in the wind. The place was littered with beer bottles and trash from years of teenage mischief. She took a few shots of herself with sparklers, posing beneath the skeletal arches of the funhouse entrance. That's when she heard it, a soft crackle. She turned and saw a rigged fountain-style firework with a smoking fuse. Becca ran. She didn't make it 5 steps. The blast lifted her off the ground and slammed her into the metal frame of the Ferris wheel. As she rolled over onto her back, a figure in a black t-shirt and jeans stepped from the shadows, his face hidden behind a cracked Uncle Sam mask. He started slowly toward Becca. "No, please," she begged, holding her stomach. Becca was 5.5 months pregnant. "Don't hurt my baby, please." The killer paused, tilting his head to the side as if confused. He walked over to Becca as she lay there crying. "Please, please no," she said. The killer took her phone and knelt down next to her as she turned her head, afraid of what was coming next. The killer leaned in close to her ear and whispered, "There's a line I won't even cross." He lay her phone on the ground, stood up, and turned to walk away. He stopped for a moment looking back at Becca and said, "I like the pretty colors, but firecrackers are my favorite. See you next year. My firecracker."